Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be focusing on you.
Oh.
Yeah. And we found this really cool article called 8 Signs You're a Spiritual Healer, Keep Your Huge Gift. And we read it and we thought,
Interesting.
yeah, really, really got us thinking.
Yeah.
It's not about putting a label on anybody,
Right.
but, you know,
Just kind of exploring.
exploring the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like there's something more to you?
Yeah.
I know I have. Have
Yeah.
you ever felt drawn to, like,
Yeah.
helping people?
Totally.
Or felt like you make an impact just by being present?
Yeah. And that's actually a very common thing.
Really?
Yeah. These feelings often point to a deeper connection with energy and how it flows between people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And there's actually a term for making those sudden shifts in energy and consciousness. It's
Okay.
called quantum leaping. And we'll be exploring that as we go.
Quantum leaping.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds intense. Okay, so this article outlines 8 signs of a spiritual healer.
Okay.
The first one is people magnet.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that one?
So think about it this way. Have you ever noticed that people seem drawn to you
Yeah.
for advice or comfort, even when you're not actively offering it?
Yeah.
It's as if they sense a calming energy that draws them in.
I have a friend like that.
Yeah.
She's always been like the person people go to for advice.
Yeah.
Even back in school.
Yeah.
Is that what they mean by calming energy?
Exactly.
Like, you just have this good vibe.
You have this natural ability to create a safe space just by being present. People can sense that, and they're instinctively drawn to it.
Oh, wow.
So think back to your own experiences. Have there been times when you've unknowingly de-escalated a tense situation just by being there? Or perhaps someone felt comfortable enough to share a deep secret with you even though you hadn't known them very long. This article suggests that instead of that always being a burden, it could be a sign you're meant to heal.
Wow. Okay, what about this next one? Sign number 2 is the emotional sponge. I'm a little hesitant about this one.
Sure.
Because I know I feel things very deeply. Sometimes it's a bit much. What does the article say about that?
It emphasizes feeling deeply beyond the norm. Not just understanding someone's sadness,
Right.
but actually feeling it in
Yeah.
your own being as if it were your own emotion.
Mm-hmm.
This goes beyond simple empathy
Okay.
and is often a sign of a potential healer.
I can definitely relate to that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like I absorb the emotions of everyone around me. It can be exhausting.
Yeah.
But the article says that sensitivity is not a weakness.
Right.
How do you see this intense feeling translating into healing?
This deep sensitivity can be a wellspring of compassion.
Okay.
When we truly feel the pain of others,
Yeah.
we're driven to alleviate it,
Definitely.
to offer comfort, and ultimately to help them heal. It's like having a direct line
Yeah.
to the emotional heart of another person,
Oh, wow.
which allows you to offer a level of understanding and support that others might not be able to.
So it's like I could take all this intense energy
Yeah.
and put it towards something good.
Exactly. Channel it
Uh-huh.
into something positive.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, on to sign number 3. And this one's a little heavier. Wounds to wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about past traumas
Is that right?
and how they can actually
Yeah.
be a strength. I find that idea incredibly fascinating.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I fully understand it.
Sure.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Think of a well-known spiritual leader like the Dalai Lama.
Okay.
He faced immense adversity in his early life,
Yeah.
yet he emerged
Yeah.
as a beacon of peace and compassion.
Right.
Or Viktor Frankl, who endured the horrors of concentration camps
Right.
during World War II,
Yeah.
and then went on to develop logotherapy, a form of psychotherapy that focuses on finding meaning in life even in the face of suffering. What's important here is not the wound itself,
Right.
but how you've grown from it. So have you noticed that your own experiences, even the difficult ones,
Yeah.
have given you a unique capacity to connect with others who are going through similar challenges?
That's so true. Now that you mention it, I have noticed that.
Yeah.
It's like the difficult times have made me more understanding,
Right.
more patient, more compassionate. And it has allowed me to connect with people on a deeper level.
Absolutely.
Okay, so maybe our wounds are not meant to break us, but to shape us into healers. I love that.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The universe doesn't waste pain.
Right.
It can refine us and prepare us to be more effective healers.
Wow.
And this brings us to sign number 4, which is nature's calling.
Okay.
It talks about how healers feel a deep sense of peace and connection
Yeah.
in nature.
Oh, that resonates with me so much.
Yeah.
I always feel most grounded and centered when I'm outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's hiking in the mountains or just sitting by a lake.
Yeah.
I never thought of it as a sign of healing potential before,
Right.
but I can see how it could be connected.
Throughout history, healers have turned to nature for guidance and inspiration.
Oh,
Ancient healing traditions often incorporated elements of the natural world,
okay.
whether it's using crystals and herbs for their energetic properties, or practicing rituals in sacred groves, or by flowing water. It's as if nature itself recognizes and nurtures the healer within.
That's such a beautiful thought. I've always felt a deep connection to nature,
Yeah,
but now I'm looking at it in a whole new light.
right.
It's almost like a secret language I'm just beginning to understand.
Yeah.
So nature can help us connect with our healing abilities. What a fascinating concept.
It is. It's more than just a connection.
Yeah.
Nature can actually amplify our healing abilities.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Think about the practice of forest bathing, which originated in Japan.
Okay.
It's based on the idea that simply being in the presence of trees can lower stress,
Really?
boost immunity,
Wow.
and promote overall well-being.
Interesting.
Or consider herbalism,
Okay.
which has been used for centuries to treat a wide range of ailments.
Right.
Plants contain powerful healing properties that can work wonders for both physical and emotional health.
That's amazing. I've heard of forest bathing, and I even dabbled in growing a few herbs.
Yeah.
But I never really connected it to spiritual healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating to think that something as simple as spending time in nature could be so powerful.
It is, yeah.
Okay, let's dive into the next side. Energy whisperer.
Okay.
The article describes being able to sense the vibe of a room
Yeah.
and even picking up on subtle energy shifts that others might miss.
Right.
It's like having a sixth sense for energy, wouldn't you say?
It's more like becoming attuned to the subtle energy fields that surround us all. Everything and everyone has an energetic vibration. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate sense of ease or unease, even though nothing outwardly seemed amiss?
Yeah.
Or perhaps you felt inexplicably drawn to certain people while feeling repelled by others?
Yeah.
These are all clues that you're sensitive to energy.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I've always been very intuitive, and I often get a gut feeling about people or situations.
Mm-hmm.
I just never realized it could be related to energy.
Right.
But I'm also curious about the flip side of this.
Sure.
If I'm picking up on everyone else's energy, how do I protect my own?
That's an excellent question, and it brings us back to the importance of self-care and energetic boundaries.
Okay.
As a spiritual healer, it's essential to learn how to shield your own energy field from negativity
Right.
and to cultivate practices that replenish and revitalize your energy.
So it's not just about healing others, it's also about taking care of ourselves.
Exactly.
What are some specific practices we can do for that?
There are many wonderful practices for energetic self-care. Meditation is incredibly powerful for grounding and centering yourself. Visualizations can be used to create a protective shield around your energy field.
Okay.
Spending time in nature is also deeply nourishing for your energy.
I like the idea of a protective shield.
Yeah,
It feels almost like a superpower.
it is.
Okay, on to sign number 6, the outsider.
Okay.
This one definitely hits home for me.
Yeah.
I've always felt a bit different, like I never quite fit in with the mainstream crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The article suggests that this feeling of otherness is a common experience for spiritual healers.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
Spiritual healers often have a different perspective on the world.
Okay.
They see things that others miss, and they feel things more deeply.
Right.
This can make them feel like outsiders, especially in a society that often values conformity over authenticity.
It's almost as if healers are here to challenge the status quo, to shake things up and awaken people to a new way of being.
Yeah.
That's a pretty radical idea,
Yeah.
but I find it incredibly empowering. It's like instead of trying to fit in, we're meant to stand out,
Yeah.
to embrace our uniqueness and to use our gifts to make a positive impact on the world.
Exactly. It's about owning your power and your purpose.
Okay.
Remember that quantum leaping we were talking about?
Yeah.
It often happens when we embrace our true selves, even the parts that make us feel different.
Okay, sign number 7 is the helper.
Okay?
And I have to admit, this one makes me a little nervous.
Sure.
I have a strong urge to help others, sometimes to the point of neglecting my own needs.
Right.
I tend to give until I'm completely depleted.
Mm-hmm.
The article mentions the importance of boundaries,
Yeah,
especially for healers.
absolutely.
Can you speak to that a little bit?
This is where the concept of giving and receiving comes into play.
Okay.
As healers, it's important to have strong boundaries and to understand that we can't pour from an empty cup.
Mm-hmm.
If we're constantly giving without replenishing our own energy,
Yeah,
we'll eventually burn out and become ineffective.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I've definitely experienced burnout before, and it's not pretty.
No.
So it's not selfish to take care of ourselves. It's
Yeah.
actually essential for us to be able to show up fully for others.
Exactly.
I like that reframing.
It's about balance.
Okay.
Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin.
Hmm.
When we give freely and with love, we create a flow of positive energy that naturally comes back to us.
Right.
But if we give from a place of obligation or resentment, we block that flow.
Okay.
It's about finding that sweet spot where you're giving from a place of abundance and joy, not depletion and sacrifice.
Okay. Last but certainly not least, sign number 8, divine connection.
Okay.
This one really speaks to me because I've always felt a deep sense of connection to something bigger than myself.
Yeah.
A universal force that guides and supports me.
Mm-hmm.
The article explains this as a source of healing power.
It is.
Can you elaborate on that? How does this connection to the divine translate into healing ability?
It's like tapping into a limitless source of love wisdom and healing energy.
Okay.
Imagine a stream flowing from a vast ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That stream is a unique expression of the divine with the power to heal and transform.
Wow.
When we connect to that source,
Yeah.
we become conduits for its energy,
Right.
allowing it to flow through us and into the world.
This is all starting to make so much sense.
Good.
But I have to be honest, there's still a part of me that feels a bit overwhelmed.
Sure.
I'm starting to grasp the concept of quantum leaping, but I'm not sure how to actually apply it in my life.
The article suggests a powerful visualization exercise.
Okay.
Imagine you've already taken that quantum leap
Mm-hmm.
and are fully embodying your role as a spiritual healer.
Okay.
What does this version of yourself look like?
Okay.
How do they move through the world? How do they interact with others?
Right.
What daily practices do they engage in?
It's like creating a blueprint for my future self.
Yes.
A vision board for my soul. I can definitely see how that would be helpful.
It helps bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be.
Right.
As you visualize this ideal version of yourself,
Yeah.
pay attention to the feelings that arise.
Okay.
Those feelings are clues to what you need to cultivate in your own life.
That's really insightful. Okay, so let's say I've done the visualization and I have a clearer sense of who I want to become.
Right.
What are some practical steps I can take to start moving in that direction?
Start by setting intentions.
Okay.
What kind of healer do you want to be?
Mm.
What gifts do you want to share with the world?
Okay.
Write down your intentions and refer back to them often.
Got it.
Remember, your thoughts have power.
Okay.
When you focus your mind on what you want to create, you align your energy with that outcome.
I love that. It's about being intentional with our thoughts and actions, not just letting life happen to us.
Exactly.
We have the power to create the reality we desire.
We do.
And don't underestimate the power of small steps.
Yes, small steps are key.
You don't have to make drastic changes overnight.
Right.
Start with one small action that feels aligned with your intentions.
Exact.
Maybe it's meditating for 5 minutes each day,
Yeah.
or spending more time in nature, or simply being more present and mindful in your interactions with others.
Those are all great starting points. Imagine your energy as a vibrant light.
Okay.
When that light is dim, you might feel drained, uninspired, or
Right.
disconnected.
Hmm.
Practices like meditation, breathwork, and spending time in nature are like plugging that light into a powerful source of energy.
Oh, wow.
They help us clear away energetic blockages, raise our vibration, and become more aligned with our true selves.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
I've definitely experienced the difference in how I feel after meditating or taking a walk in the woods.
Right.
It's like a complete reset for my mind, body, and spirit.
And as we cultivate our own inner light, we naturally become beacons for others,
Wow.
radiating healing energy wherever we go.
So it's not about trying to fix people or force healing upon them?
No, it's not about that.
Okay.
It's about holding a space of love,
Mm-hmm.
compassion, and possibility,
Right.
allowing others to tap into their own innate healing abilities.
That reminds me of something you said earlier about giving and receiving.
Mhm.
It's not just about what we do. It's about the energy we embody.
Exactly.
We become conduits for healing simply by being who we truly are.
Precisely.
I love that. Okay, so we're embodying the qualities of a healer.
Yes.
Compassion, empathy, presence, unconditional love.
Yeah, and those qualities become amplified
That's
as
right.
we deepen our connection to the divine,
Right.
that source of limitless healing power.
This has been such an incredible deep dive.
Good.
I feel like I've gained a whole new understanding of what it means to be a spiritual healer.
Excellent.
It's not about having special powers or being perfect.
Right.
It's about recognizing the innate healing power that exists within each of us
Mm-hmm.
and learning how to cultivate it.
Absolutely.
And it's about taking inspired action,
Yeah.
even if it's just one small step at a time.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's an honor to be on this path, even if it's a little daunting at times.
It's a beautiful path.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your insights and guidance.
You're very welcome.
It's been truly transformative.
It's been my pleasure.
Listener, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of spiritual healing.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did.
Absolutely.
Remember, the journey starts within.
Yes.
Embrace your unique gifts.
Mm.
Cultivate your connection to the divine.
Mm.
And let your light shine brightly.